Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. We've been covering the infighting on the right for quite some time. We like to document it, expose it, show the flawed logic, and also demonstrate how they look foolish. At times, though, it can feel like an uphill battle. These folks on the right really have large platforms with diehard followers. With all that being said, the infighting between Sneeko and Tate is having some impact on Andrew Tate, and he himself is starting to realize his own irrelevance. We could take a look at this tweet. Andrew Tate says, "I began this fight the Matrix shit, and this is the motherfucking thanks I get." Forgot about Tate. And granted, his grammar is incorrect there, but let's just keep moving. And this is important because we can see that some of the most loudest, most dangerous people on the internet can become irrelevant very quickly. And granted, Andrew Tate's jail stint in Romania probably played a role in this. Nonetheless, what if we could reverse engineer this and better understand how they made him so irrelevant and apply it elsewhere? And when we look at, some of these comments, oh, I get it. What it looks like is Sneeko and maybe even Nick Fuentes have sent the Reupers after Andrew Tate. And this is because Andrew Tate went on an apology tour after the Unjustice League went and played Hail Hitler in the club. But when we look at some of these comments, it says, "Stufu goy puppet." It says, "Now you're a Jew." It says, "You ruined it all with this apology tour. You're going on over a song. Might as well go kiss the wall. What a fucking disappointment, man." And then someone else replies and says, "Nah, you're top goy. Your legacy is done." And so the smear campaign is simply saying that Andrew Tate is associated with Israel or an Israel supporter. And this hits even harder for Andrew Tate because this was his target demographic market. Young men between the ages of 18 and 27, those were the ideal candidates for his Hustler University where he could grift them. And this is where we can see that these young, impressionable people who once flocked to the red pill manosphere communities are now embracing more anti-Semitic, white nationalistic communities. And granted, this is a small percentage of people on the internet who are very loud and very impressionable and following a lot of trends, people who can't really think for themselves. And we see more examples of that on these next comments. "You didn't start shit. You can't even admit the Jews run the Matrix. Nick Fuentes has been calling the shit out for years before you did, and he's not the one who started it. Like him, you stand on the shoulders of the people who came before you. Humble yourself." And this one's interesting because Nick Fuentes actually came to the defense of Andrew Tate in the beginning. I don't know if since he's said other things, but we actually covered him and defending Andrew Tate on this channel. And this comment itself is an indicator that these are full-blown Reupers, not just people trying to come to the back of Sneeko, but actually part of Nick Fuentes' internet army. But the memes keep coming in the comments. Here's one that reads, "I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. They're botting you in the comments, and you really deserve it." Another comment reads, "Crash out. You didn't start shit." And another one reads, "Cry about it, goy." And this is the part of the story no one in the manosphere ever wants to talk about. Andrew Tate didn't fail because the Matrix finally got him. He fell because the audience he cultivated doesn't believe in loyalty, only purity tests. When you build power by teaching young men that empathy is weakness, that hierarchy is truth, and that everyone is disposable, you don't get followers. You get predators circling for weakness. The moment Tate hesitated, apologized, or tried to step outside the ideology he fed, the crowd didn't argue with him. They turned on him. Not because he betrayed them, but because he stopped being useful. And this is why I'm here to eat his face today. The same ecosystem that rewarded cruelty, grievance, and dehumanization now demands an even purer version of it, and eats anyone who can't keep up. And the lesson here isn't about Andrew Tate specifically. It's about what happens when movements teach people to measure their worth by domination instead of solidarity. Because once you tell someone that the world is rigged, enemies are anywhere, and compassion is a lie, don't be surprised when they decide you are the enemy too. I'm not going to stop eating faces. I'm just going to keep moving up and down this food chain.
leopards are eating my face.